Hi and welcome once again to Greg the Gardener. Well, today I'm going to do a bit of maintenance on my mower. I've had a few emails coming in asking me about lawnmower maintenance. So these are the things that I'll be checking if my lawnmower wasn't running very well, or just some things you should be doing anyway, especially if your mower's been sitting there for a while and it's the start of your new spring and mowing season. So here are some things that I would be checking. Now, one of the main problems why a mower won't run very well is that the air filter is dirty. Now, I'll show you my air filter. You'll see I've just used a bit of a sponge. Now, the reason why I use this is because Honda wanted $45 for the original air filter, which I refused to pay $45. So for the last 3 years, I've been using this piece of sponge. Not only was it free, but it hasn't caused me any problems whatsoever. So what I would normally do is maybe spray some degreaser on this if it was oily, or I just rinse it out under the tap, give it a squeeze out and let it dry, and then put it straight back on. What you can do to test if it is the air filter is take it off, start your mower, and if it starts running really well, then your air filter is the problem. I'll clean that later because it is very dirty. Now, another reason why your mower might not be running well is that the fuel filter is blocked. Now, this would be really rare for a fuel filter to be blocked, but I don't even know where it is on this mower because I've never checked it. But that could be another reason. Now, another reason why your mower might not be running very well, or power tool, is that the spark plug is dirty. So it's always good just to check your spark plug. Now, this is an easy thing to do. You just got to unscrew it off and just check it. Now, this one you can see it's quite black. That's carbon buildup. So I'll just clean it. I've got this wire brush thing, so I'll just brush that off. Bit of a clean up, and that looks a lot better anyway. And you might want to check the gap. Now, most gaps are about 1 millimeter. I've actually got a tool that checks the gap of this. So that could be another reason why your mower is not running too well. Now, especially in two-stroke motors, the spark plugs can clog up quite a lot. Now, I was having a lot of problems with a power tool of mine. It just gave up on me. During acceleration, it just was blowing a lot of smoke and really wasn't doing anything. And the reason was because the exhaust was blocked. Now, this especially happens in two-stroke motors. And I'll just show you one here. Now, this here is the exhaust system of one of my whippersnippers. Now, how I found out it was blocked is I took it off, I put my mouth over this bit here, blew, and it wasn't blowing through out here at all. It was blocked, totally blocked. So what I've done is I was soaking this in some kerosene to try and get rid of all the blockage. So let's see how well it works now. Well, that's blowing through nicely now. Kerosene. But yeah, that's probably just saved me about $50 just from doing that. So if your tools aren't running well, a two-stroke, take the exhaust system off, give it a blow. If there's no air blowing through, it's blocked. Just soak it in some kerosene for a few days and give it a shake, rinse it out, and just keep repeating that. That is a major cause of problems that I've found. Now, if you own a four-stroke mower, there's no excuses. You must do this every year, and that is change the oil. Even if it's just once a year, that's fine. But you should change your oil, because if you don't, it will end up like one of my other mowers in the garage there that I didn't change the oil on, and it seized. And that mower cost $800. So that was a very expensive lesson to learn. So now I try and change my oil regularly. I probably use my mower 500 hours a year, so You know, I probably change it only about 4 times a year, if that. But I do keep it topped up. But I'll just show you how to change the oil just in case you're not too sure. Okay, well, most mowers don't have a sump plug like cars do. They just have where you put the oil in is where it comes out. So what you need to do is take this off. Get yourself a nice tray like that, and up it goes. And just let that drain out. You can see it's still filling up. They hold about half a litre, or 600 mils, I think. Okay, so the oil has stopped running out now. Now make sure you use the right oil too. This is a 4-stroke small engine oil just for this engine, 1030. If you're not too sure about what oil your mower takes, just check it up on the internet. That should tell you. And 600 mils straight back in. Again, if you're not too sure how much oil your mower takes, just look it up on the internet. So I'll just check that. And that comes to there. Beautiful. What I do with the old oil is collect it in an old container that I have, and once I've got enough of it, I take it to the local refuse tip for recycling. And that's done. So that took hardly any time at all. And it is quite fun to do, actually. Get your hands dirty. So if you are having some problems, just check those few things, and it will probably save you a lot of time, trouble, and some money later on. So thanks again for your question, and if you did have any other questions about gardening, please let me know. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye. He's Greg the gardener.